This is my territory, I'll defend it with pride. So I close one eye, anger, and just let it fly. I popped them in the chest, they fell back a little. So I aimed for their forehead and shot right in the middle.
Hi guys, Wayne here for the Let's Play Cat Gaming channel, and today I'm going to be giving you a preview of State of Decay, which is a brand new zombie apocalypse simulation game from Undead Labs. I will also double up this first impressions video as a beginner's guide and teach you some useful game mechanics, survival tips and useful things to make your apocalyptic escapades a success. Firstly, after playing this game for a number of days, I can tell you that this is by far the most realistic zombie apocalypse game out there. Putting an emphasis on survival, you will find yourself finding ways to avoid the zombies just as much as you'll be foraging around for food supplies, building resources and weapons. State of Decay is available on the Xbox Live Arcade Marketplace for a mere 1,600 Microsoft points, and this is not a game to be missed, my friends. Firstly, let's go through the basics and talk about the controls. When you start a new game, you are thrown right into the heat of the action. You can swing your melee weapon with the X button, you can crouch using the B button, and you can also perform special execution and finishing moves using the left bumper and the Y button. Execution moves kill zombies quicker and quieter, and they can be performed when a zombie is on the ground or when sneaking up on an unsuspecting Z. You can hold the left trigger to aim and then press X to shoot if you are lucky enough to have a gun. You can use the up button on the D-pad to access your survivor menu and inventory, the down button on the D-pad to access your radio, and the right button on the D-pad to select items. You can then use the items using the right bumper. A very simple control scheme, but simplicity is the best medicine. Now let's talk a little bit about the survivors. While you do start the game with two survivors, Marcus and Ed, and quickly gain a third in Maya, there are no actual main characters and everyone you can control can die. The game uses a permanent death engine, meaning once a survivor is dead, they are gone for good without getting the game over screen. The apocalypse continues without them. Death can obviously have negative repercussions on the entire group, so do what you can to survive. Never get too cocky and never venture into uncharted territory unprepared. Please see my channel for a guide explaining the permanent death engine more, along with some gruesome death scenes to boot, rather than finding out the hard way for yourself. Once you have your home base, you can also rescue and recruit new survivors to join your camp from all over the world. Now let's talk for a little bit about the area where you house your survivors in your home base. Once you are done with a short prologue, you move into your first home base, which is the church. This is where the survivor camp has been established. Here you can have a little bit of peace and quiet away from the undead, but not too much, as your camp can and will still fall victim to zombie attacks. In the home base you can drop off supplies such as food, medicine, ammunition and weapons, all of which affect your influence and trust levels over the camp and the rest of the group. You can also build new areas onto your base, such as sleeping quarters, so more survivors can move in and you guys can survive together. The whole safety in numbers thing. Be sure to put plenty of time into building your home base. You also, excitingly, have the ability to move home. Once you have scouted a new home, which can be anywhere in the world, press down on the D-pad and select the option to move home. Moving to bigger homes will enable you to house more survivors and construct more useful buildings to make your group even stronger. Be sure to constantly be on the lookout for new homes. Your home base and the entire group of survivors that you house there rely on resources. There are many resources that you can bring back to aid your home base. You find resources by searching specific areas. If, for example, you search construction sites, you are more likely going to find fuel and building materials. If you search fast food joints, you are more likely going to bring home food and water. If you search gun stores, well, you get the picture. Resource stockpiles can be collected and taken back to camp by the character you are controlling, or you can radio in and have another survivor come in and collect them. Teamwork is essential in State of Decay, and the way you plan your day, night and routine in general can affect the way your camp grows as a unit. In State of Decay, outposts can be the fine line between life and death. The game puts a huge emphasis on exploring areas. Just about every building you find can be explored, from gas stations to taverns and bars, and regular houses too. Once you've killed all zombies in a house and completely searched the area, you can establish an outpost. This outpost will act as a miniature storage camp where you can send and take things from your main home without having to head all the way back. This makes exploring the huge open world map much easier. If you have your home set as the church at one side of the map, for example, and an outpost set up on the other side of the map, you can simply drop off supplies in the storage at the outpost and they will reach the home base so that your group can use them. Similarly, you can take things out of storage back at home from the outpost, which makes it easier to restock when you're away from home. State of Decay works on a day and night system. Players will find it much easier to go out and explore in the daytime when you have a good view of the zombies and the area, whereas the night time can be very, very dangerous. However, exploring both during the day and during the night is essential. To increase your chances of survival, don't forget to refer to the aforementioned tips and my other guides on my channel, such as establishing outposts, learning controls and switching between survivors. Going back to survivors for a bit, let's talk about character health. Characters in this game are just like actual people. They will get tired after a while, which can damage their stamina capabilities. If they suffer a zombie attack or a car accident, they can become hurt, which will cause their health to suffer in a similar fashion. If a character becomes hurt or tired, it is best to switch out to another character. You can only switch to characters when you are friends with them, so be sure to nurture relationships and spend some time with characters. You can also become friends with other survivors by building trust and influence over the group. The more you put into the camp, and the more useful you are to the camp, the more people will want to be friends with you. Some characters you recruit will become friends immediately, whereas others you will have to work hard into getting a friendship going. In State of Decay, the zombies are the most powerful enemies in the game. If you see one zombie, chances are there are going to be a lot more of them in the area. Zombies are attracted to noise. If you are on foot and you shoot your gun or break a window, you will attract zombies. The noise system, however, can also be used to your advantage if you have a vehicle. By sounding the horn, you can attract zombies and splat them with your car, which leaves you free to explore the area safely. Sometimes, especially at night, you will encounter hordes of zombies. Hordes are very dangerous and are best killed from a safe distance or with a vehicle, or you risk dying. Other zombie attacks include infestations such as screamer infestations. Infestations can cause your camp to panic, which can lower trust and influence, so be sure to deal with them when they appear. There are other special infected out there in the world, such as the huge and powerful Big 'Un zombie and the fast feral zombie. As you survive the Z-Apocalypse, you'll find yourself following a storyline and completing missions on the side too. Missions can be anything from completing trade missions for more supplies and sorting out relationship issues within the camp. The main storyline missions will see you travel all over the map and meet different groups of survivors and of course different scenarios and situations too. Be sure to keep an eye on your radio for missions and storyline events as and when they appear. However, for the most part, the beauty of this game is that it allows you to basically create your own story, a flawless what-if scenario game that gives you the ability to live out your own apocalypse in your own image. In conclusion guys, what you can expect from State of Decay is undeniably the most realistic and most complete zombie apocalypse simulation experience there has ever been in gaming to date. The game puts you in a world that has gone to zombie hell and tells you to get on with it in any way that you see fit. Every apocalypse is unique based on the choices you make, the risks you take and the route that you take on the highway to zombie hell. The introductory tips featured in this first impression beginner's guide will certainly aid you on your way to survival, but it all comes down to you as a person. Your own apocalypse experience will be completely unique to the apocalypse experience of your friends, even if you choose to play in the same room together. This is the beauty of this game, my friends. It isn't about running and gunning and blowing things up, it's about survival. It forces you to think about how you as an individual would choose to survive in a zombie apocalypse, and this game does it to sheer perfection. Words do not do this game justice, my friends. If you are a zombie apocalypse fan and you have always drifted off into a daydream world, imagining to yourself, exactly how would I survive in a zombie apocalypse? Well, now you don't have to daydream anymore. Just head to the Xbox Live Arcade Marketplace and purchase State of Decay for a mere 1,600 Microsoft points and see for yourself in this, the most complete and eerily realistic end-of-the-world simulation experience out there. Until next time my friends, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more State of Decay guides and content. Wayne here for the Let's Play Cat Gaming channel, saying goodbye.